Hey everyone, welcome to the College Lead YouTube channel. My name is Kristen and I'm here to help you perfect your college application process. This includes everything from planning extracurricular activities in high school all the way up to figuring out what the heck to write in your personal statement. So let's get started. Whew. Internships. Let's talk. An internship is an introductory work experience. Let's say that you intern at a research lab. You will probably not be conducting the life-changing or paper publish-worthy experiments. You'll probably be cleaning a lot of pipettes, making agar for all of the petri dishes, or other small menial tasks like that. But an internship is a really great way to get that face-to-face time with other researchers in the lab so you can learn more about their career paths, how they chose it, what do they like about doing research, what might they not like about doing research, and any advice they have for you. It's also just a great chance for you to get to see firsthand what the day-to-day of a certain role or job is like. In a previous video, I shared my Harvard admission file where I received the highest score in the extracurricular activities category. We all know that getting important test scores and having a high GPA is important to get into a top school, but don't forget the importance of developing a strong extracurricular activity profile. How do you do that? Check out my video here where I talk about how you can plan your extracurriculars to maximize it for college applications. But let me share a little bit more of a personal experience that I had when I landed my first and only high school internship. Let me just quickly add that besides boosting your profile for college apps, internships are also a really great way to gain work experience, learn about professional opportunities, and network within career and academic fields. It also just helps you to answer the question, what do I want to become, or what career would I like to pursue after I graduate from college? Before I share my experience, let me just quickly squash one misunderstanding that I've often heard. If you are interested in getting an internship, it does not have to be completely aligned with what you might want to study in college. And my story is an example of that. So as you might know, I was homeschooled from 2nd grade all the way up until 10th grade in my high school year. Then in junior and senior year, I transferred to a public school. When I transferred to the public school, one of the clubs that I joined was mock trial. It was a lot of fun. Prior to that, I had absolutely zero experience with significant public speaking, like a debate or MUN. So this was really my first time in having to present a script or a speech out there on the stage and that pressure. I did play the flute, but it's very different when you have to talk versus when you just go up to a stage and play an instrument and not have to talk through that. So it was definitely a challenge for me, but I was really excited to learn more. At the end of my first year doing mock trial, so this is the end of junior year, I was thinking about what activities I wanted to do in the summer. Up until that point, I had spent my previous summers doing very music-heavy activities, like doing summer orchestra camps or summer flute camps or master classes and competitions. This was the summer after my junior year, and I really wanted to try something new and also to show colleges that I have other interests and cultivate other interests outside of just music. Because I had such a great time on the mock trial team, I thought that maybe becoming a lawyer could be a potential career path for me. So I sent an email to our mock trial coach, who was at the time the district attorney in our county. And here is the exact email that I wrote. I'll be reading off of my laptop, so I'll be looking in this direction. Dear Coach, thank you so much for all the hard work and time you put into coaching our mock trial team this year. With your guidance, we were able to place 3rd out of so many schools. From watching the competition trials, I've become very interested and hope to learn more about the legal area. I'm wondering this summer, is there any opportunity in your office for a student internship? I would love to gain more experience. Sincerely, Kristen Fang. Now, right off the bat, let me just say that I definitely am cringing at some of the phrases that I use in this email, like legal area. Oh my god, I can't believe this email worked, but I'm showing you this imperfect email because you don't have to craft the most flawless email asking for an internship in order for it to work. You just have to ask, and I want to use this as a chance to encourage you. If you do have a coach you might want to potentially work with over the summer, or if you're reaching out to a professor at a lab, just ask. It's better than not asking. If they say no, then you can continue to look for other opportunities. And if they say yes, that's awesome. While this is not the perfect email, there are a few best practices you can learn from what I did. Starting off with, always acknowledge and thank the person you're emailing if you have previously worked or interacted with them. Let's say you had a lesson with them if they were a musician, or you took one of their classes, or they were your coach for some extracurricular activity. Mention that activity and also highlight the connection and what you've learned from interacting with them. Next, ask directly what you are looking for. Nothing is worse than getting an email that doesn't get to the point, so that you end up scratching your head and thinking, what exactly does this person want? Be very clear and specific as to what your ask is. For instance, I wrote in this email, I'm wondering this summer, is there any opportunity in your office for a student internship? I would love to gain more experience. Be as direct as possible. The third best practice, and I cannot emphasize this enough, is to keep your email short and sweet. It should be no longer than 2 paragraphs, or maybe 3 paragraphs if one of them is just a sentence or 2. The person you're trying to interning for is likely very busy, and replying to a high school student is definitely not in their top priority. So the less time you take up and the more clear you are with your ask and the more respectful you are in your email, the more likely they are to respond. So where can you find internships? Obviously, first, there are always the established internship programs that are available to high school students, but oftentimes they can be very competitive. I will link a few resources down in the description or in the comments below, so be sure to take a look at those. Secondly, this one that I wish I took more advantage of when I was younger is just to ask. Think about your network, and you might not think you have one, but just pause, sit down, and examine and think a little bit. You have teachers in high school. They might have friends who work in an industry that you're particularly passionate about. All you have to do is stop by office hours or send them an email or hop on a Zoom chat and ask, hey, I'm really interested in XYZ industry. Do you have any advice on people I might be able to talk to that you might know? And you can ask your parents the same question as well. Think about your coaches, like what I did with mock trial. I was lucky enough in the fact that one of my coaches was a local district attorney, so I was able to intern for the district attorney's office as one of the only high school interns at the time. But I wasn't particularly the most experienced or stellar member of the mock trial team. In fact, that was the first year I had even joined. But because I asked, I got to see firsthand what is it like as to be a lawyer on the day-to-day. I even got to see lawyers interact with police officers as they collaborated on different cases. This is an experience that I would otherwise not have gained if I just hadn't asked. And this wasn't an officially posted opportunity online. It was just something I asked for. So think about people you know, coaches, teachers, family friends, and maybe friends of your parents or friends of your teachers, and ask around, because you never know. Even if you can't get an internship, just getting that opportunity to shadow someone may potentially lead to an internship. But at the very least, shadowing someone will give you more insight into what a career is like in that particular industry. And please remember, if you are interested in studying sociology and if you intern at a research lab, that is absolutely fine. If you want to study biology like me, and I interned at a district attorney's office, that is also completely fine. High school is a chance to explore and to learn. So don't worry about having to have everything aligned with a certain theme. Just take advantage of what opportunities are available to you. I hope this helped, and feel free to leave any questions in the comments below. I do try to answer as many comments as I can. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram, where I post more advice and also links to different resources as you go through the high school and college prep process. Don't forget to subscribe and also give this video a thumbs up. Your support means everything to me, and that really helps me to continue putting out content like this so that you can continue to learn from my experience. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.